If you ever needed proof that you can lose your money in the stock market, this is it. Hey everyone, happy Saturday, November 9th. I was talking to a buddy of mine. He was asking me what are some cheap stocks to buy right now. I said, well geez, I don't know, but I will take a look for you. I'd like to tell him like I told you, or I'll tell you like I told him. It's not financial advice. I'm not telling him he should buy any of these stocks, but I'll tell him whatever stocks look good to me. Let's jump over to the stock screener and take a look at what we see for low price stock. When he said cheap stocks, you know, like penny stocks. And I said, okay, so penny stocks. So let's take a look at what stocks would classify. We'll start at a penny. I don't know that I'm going to find anything that's really going to give me confidence for a penny. I'm going to kind of fly through these how I would normally screen them when I'm just looking for myself. This one here got a cloud above it, that purple and blue cloud. Oh no, ELAB is definitely not. The RSI looks like it's cycling up, but the MACD looks like it's on what I would call a peak. No, it's not. Let's move on. This one just had a massive drop. SVMH way down there. Let's take a look at a percentage. 50 some percent. Yeah, so big loss there. Doesn't look like it's going to come back. Not sure if any of this news really applies to them, but they are trading at 2 cents. Well, they're up 0.4%. Been zooming in. And that's below the 9-day. That's not a buy right now. Sorry, SVMH. JTAI. JTAI is another no. The RSI, the MACD, and the chart all agree. JTAI is a no. We're just going to keep flying through these. This one is definitely a no. LUXH. Quick look at this one. I would say no, just judging by the MACD and how these lines are. We are under the 9-day and just at the 50-day. Yeah, no dice for that one. AGRI. This one's a no too, just by the position of the RSI and the chart itself being under the 180 and the 50-day. Moving on. AKTS. This is another no. Let's see. XXII. This one is possible. See, these candles are all lit up purple. My indicators must be in a spastic state. However, it does look like it is coming to turn over on our purple cloud trends. It's probably a good thing. I think I'm going to put this one on my watch list. There. This one here. No, it's at the bottom of the cycle of the MACD. Looks like it could cycle a little bit more from the previous oscillation. RSI is upside down. CERO. CERO is another no. Got a gap in the volume over here on the right hand side. I'm not liking how the RSI looks or the MACD. PBM. Looking at PBM, you know what? I like this one. I like this one. The 50-day up here kind of makes me nervous because it looks like the wick already almost touched it. Yes, broke back down, and then the wick came up and touched it. If it can hold this 50-day on Monday, I think you would be in for a nice trade up to the 180 right here. So that might be a good one. Chuck that one on the watch list too. PBM. Next one. No. It might turn in a few days. It's coming off of a heck of a downtrend, but that's not really my concern so much as I like to see when I back up that they've been down into a range that they've already been at. They've already got experience with being down at the 9-cent range. Then I would be more inclined to buy the stock because that's just where that stock trades. But for any stocks that are down in that range and they've never been down in that range before, I'm usually a little skeptical. I may jump in and jump out if I feel that there's going to be a little rise, but it's nothing that I would really seriously put on my watch list for a long time. Moving on, NCNC, relatively new company on the market only since July 2022. Doesn't give me a lot of confidence seeing that they're down at 9 cents right now. Revised timelines for a stock split. Looks like they might be trying to save themselves. I'm going to move on from that one. Nature's Miracle. Actually, this one is on my watch list already, coming up for tomorrow. I'll talk about it now. I think it's in good positioning to go higher because it is at 10 cents. It's a really good value. However, it's going to be a few days. I believe it's going to have a small oscillation of this MACD and the RSI, and that's why I put it on the watch list because I want to see how it fares along, especially since it popped up 29% and then back down to 29%. I really want to see what the near-term future holds for Nature's Miracle. CDT, Conduit Pharmaceuticals. This one I would not buy. Backing up on Conduit Pharmaceuticals, we can see that they too are a young company, only in the market since April of 2022. So brand new company, again, down here at 10 cents already. Doesn't instill a lot of confidence. They do have a small pop that they just came up off of, figuring conservatively 18%, but I don't think it's a buy right now. It doesn't seem to have a lot of swings up and downs. It may be a good one to catch some swings up or down, but it definitely doesn't look like a 2 or 3 day swing trade. DBGI, let's see. Whoa, looking at pulling that open. That thing is just down, down, down. What's that total? Let's take a look here. You're down about 95%. Not a good thing. Let's see if we can reset this chart view. Ban this price chart. 200's way up there. I got a feeling on most of these the 200 will be way way up there. Looks like we have some pops up and some pops down since September. MACD, let's scroll back over here. MACD is cycling. Looks like it's gonna converge on the RSI and go down. I'm not liking this one because, again, these are stocks to buy today. This one buy today, no. But I buy this one today, maybe. The RSI looks like it's diverged up there. We zoom in on this price chart and get a better look. I might buy this one. The 50-day is touching. It may get rejected, and the 180-day is right there, but it does have a history of being higher than 11 cents, so that's good. Let's go ahead and zoom back down to 13 cents back in August. Backing up on CNS Pharmaceuticals, we can see that they got started at that golden time of November of 2019. Just out of curiosity, let's see what they debuted at. Zooming way out on CNS Pharmaceuticals, they started out at around $7,281.36, and now they're all the way down here at 11 cents. So if you ever needed proof that you can lose your money in the stock market, this is it. APLM down 7%. They too are a young company since my chart is already backed up, but let's go ahead and see if we can reset the chart view and reset the price scale and get something sensible. Really nice ups and downs out of APLM. I like that. It looks like they're coming out of down right now. Let's zoom in on the RSI and see how that looks. I don't like the RSI right now, I'll say that. Looks like we're going to get an oscillation out of the MACD too. But as far as having nice swings, 9% there, 22% there. Those are pretty decent swings. Looking at XXII closer, it just came out of an upswing. Let's see what the percentage was out of that. 13%, figuring conservatively as always. I do see that the 7 and 8 have come on out of my 7, 8, 9 indicators that are up here. However, sometimes those are wrong, like everything. We're about at the top of our volume, and there's a large gap right there. So the gap up here in the volume on this right-hand side looks like the MACD is cooling off a little bit. So I don't think this is the time to get in on XXII. Next up, ZOM. They are down and cycling already in the MACD and the RSI, so it's going to be a few days before any of these would really look like a buy to me. Let's move on. LGMK. Now, LGMK is in a good position, up 4.79%. 12 cents is what the cost of the stock is, and it did bounce off the 180 a couple of times here on Friday. Looking like it might want, is that coming off of some news? Adoption of shareholder rights agreement on November 1st. I'm kind of liking the look of LGMK. MACD a little bit closer. They were oscillating up. They cooled off just a little bit and oscillated again before cooling. It's quite diverged when we zoom into the MACD right there. And let's check out our RSI. Diverged also. You can see it has a history of coming closer together right here, a little closer together, and then it diverged apart again. It looks like this one would actually be a buy for me. I might look to take a small position up until we really get some confirmation over that 180, because good chance we'd get rejected there, or maybe even rejected here at the top of this. A little bit of loss in volume. Highly possible. 7 count is on, but it's just another factor. I don't take too much stock in any one of these factors. It's the combination of all of them. However, LGMK did make the notepad over here. Let's go ahead and put it on. LGMK, there you are. You made it. Let's see. How many of these do I want to get? We got 3. Okay, that's it. I'm calling it there. We've looked at 20 penny stocks today. 3 of them that I think possibly have the potential to buy now. However, all of these are very, very high risk, and there is a very high chance that you will lose your money with stocks at this price. Don't make this video your only resource. Please do your homework and your due diligence and invest wisely. I'll be back tomorrow with this week's stock picks. I hope you'll join me then.